Today's video is all about why I don't bother with PvP in Albion Online for profit. What that means is why I don't actively play this game to go out and gank people and take their loot and sell the loot and rinse and repeat this day in and day out. There's many different reasons, but most of it, what we're going to be talking about today, is profit. I will admit, it's fun killing people and taking their stuff. It feels good, makes them feel bad. It's a win-win for me, but as far as money making goes, I don't think it's really the best or most reliable activity. Even if you're amazingly good, amazingly geared, super rich, it does not matter. At the end of the day, bad things happen and you barely end up ahead, even if you had good luck. So let me kind of talk about what's going on. If you watched my previous video that came out hopefully yesterday, if I upload my videos in the correct order, well, you will see that I made a PvP tutorial video on how to get good at the game. And during that time, I spent a little bit under 1 hour actively ganking people with a set worth 450,000. And now I had deposited about 557,000 worth of loot. Some of this is also a gear set I use, so it's a little bit less. So I didn't lose any silver from dying eventually. I mean, I technically did because my character had around 1 million, silver on him when he died. But at the end of the day, the set that I went out with, I made more silver than, that set cost, so I'm technically up about 100,000 silver if you, look at this estimated market value thing, right? But here's my thing, right? Let's say I did not die. Let's say I succeeded and I made it home with all the loot and deposited. Well, at the end of the day, that's only 1.5 million silver per hour, which is terrible. That's terrible, terrible, terrible silver per hour, especially for a player like myself. Now, to compare it, there's many different ways to make silver in this game that's way more efficient. If you're a new player, obviously you can't make as much per hour until you play the game for about a couple weeks and you level up a gathering set. And then you can make over 1 million per hour without premium gathering, or you can make about 1.7 million per hour gathering in a blue tier 4 save zone, 100% safe. You will never lose your money. You will never have a bad beat. Nothing bad will ever happen to you. There is, you're basically out farming what a PvPer can farm. And you may say, well, you're solo PvP. You have to group up with people. You have to go into gank squads and then go, rob transports. And that's true, yes. If you get 5 to 10 pals and you go kill transporters, you can make more silver, and it is more profitable, but that requires being in a group, and, well, there's other group activities that make just as much silver. You can do 10v10 Hellgates, that's apparently 8 million silver per hour. You could do world bosses and Avalonian raids, which can be anywhere from 15 to 30 million silver per hour. But I don't like the group stuff. I don't really mesh well with people. Group stuff is basically not an option for people like me, and yeah, I know I'm in the minority, but hey, I make these videos for myself and people like me. That's all I really care about. So, for people like me, PvP is simply not a viable, economic, profitable option. Everything has to go exactly right for it to be even okay or even worth doing, and you may be thinking, but it's fun! It's fun to PvP, and yeah, it's slightly fun to PvP. It's very unfun when bad things happen. When you make a mistake and die. When hackers DDoS you and crash your game and then you die. Or, someone radar hacks you from off the screen, goes invis and one-shots you while you're in the middle of gathering or something. The point is that you're more likely to have bad memories than good memories as a solo PvPer. I don't care if you're an 8.4, you're a streamer, everyone gives you free money. Hey, guess what? That's me. I get the free handouts too. I can literally go in an 8.4 awakened all damn day, 12 hours a day, if I wanted to. But it would be mental pure suffering. Alright, I understand the few people that do actually do that content are making like 300k in real life money a year, and that's why they do it. It's not because they find the game fun. This is not a fun PvP game. If you want a fun PvP game, go back in time and play Arcade during the vanilla. Go play World of Warcraft Classic, or not Classic, but World of Warcraft Vanilla, before everyone figured out all the metas. Those are fun PvP games. Having 3 attacks and 3 defensive options, and that's all you get with an auto attack, that's not fun. That's That's baby mode. That is absolute, like, kindergartner's first video game. I played games in the 90s that had more spell slots. I had, you know, really janky games, you know, made by indie devs that had 20 to 30 abilities that you could use, you know, on, like, 20 different hotbars and stuff, and your whole keyboard lit up and did different abilities. This game, you know, I'm not trying to beat on it, I'm not trying to bash on it, but at the end of the day, this is not a this has never been a PvP centered and focused game for me. To me, it's just like an extra game mode I can partake in when I get bored enough. And that's the only reason I even made that video yesterday, is I'm bored as hell. I don't want to gather, I don't want to grow crops, I don't want to chop trees, I don't want to do faction warfare, I don't want to do dungeons, I don't want to go fame farm. I was like, okay, well, let's go PvP, and man, you know, after 1 hour, I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done for like the month. Like, go check my murder ledger. Look at the huge gaps. You know, you'll notice a few weird builds on there too, and that's a build randomizer. Okay, I asked an AI to give me random builds, and that's what those are. So don't think I'm some sort of crazy kook wearing demon armor in a 1v1. Of course not. Of course not. Also, if you're wondering what's with the bedrock mace and all the dead torch users, that was something Mogdun was doing. He was making his audience strip naked and race around the red zone. So I helped them to the finish line with the bedrock mace. But the whole point I'm getting at is that if you want a PvP for profit, it's an uphill battle. I don't think it's fun. If you find it fun, if you could sit there and extract dopamine from your organ, your brain, you know, for 12 hours a day, and you're having a grand old time, great, good for you, awesome. Me, I'd rather just chill in the blue zone, watch anime about a stupid elf girl that apparently lives thousands of years, and her party members all die because they get old, and she feels bad, and then she has to babysit some other mage girl, and then they go on little adventures, and they kill a dragon, spoiler, and then, I don't know, there's like evil demons or something that everyone thinks are trustworthy, but they're just a bunch of liars. That's as far as I got. I don't remember the anime, but the character's name is Freerun. There you go. You know, I'd rather watch stupid anime and freaking gather and chop wood and skin animals than to sit here and be like, oh my god, get, go, loot, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh boy. It's just not my cup of tea, so to speak. And speaking of tea, what's your favorite tea? Let me know in the comments. It's going to confuse everybody that didn't make it that far in the video. Anyway, that's the video. It's an 8-minute long video, a little short one today for you. And by the way, members get to watch these early. Members are going to be able to watch this video about 7 to 8 days before it even comes out. So that's cool, especially if it was something useful, like how to flip items or make money or whatever. That's the video. Like the video, because there will be people that downvote it because they just love their PvP, and anyone who talks bad about it, they will downvote. So please thumbs up the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about what I said today. Let's talk about it. I just want to talk to people, and YouTube is my outlet for socialization these days, and it always has been. Finally, on the right side of your screen is a video you should absolutely click, and if you don't click it, you know what's going to happen? You're going to buy a loaf of bread from the store to make sandwiches or whatever it is you eat bread with. And it's going to go out of date before you get to finish it off. And then you're going to be like, man, you know, you're just going to feel sad for the bread, because the bread, it had a purpose to be eaten, to be shat out your butthole. And you didn't do it. You didn't serve its purpose. So now it's a haunted ghost loaf bread. It's going to float around your wherever you dwell. And it's going to be like, you should have eaten me. It's going to get all moldy and spooky and jump scare you. Real talk, you know, haunted bread is a real thing. They have souls just like you and me. And don't quote me on, or quote me. Yeah, quote me on that on Reddit. Just go post it. Click the video on the right side of your screen. What am I doing?